So here we've got a movie that teaches us that you can't run away from family dysfunction because we've got Zoom to keep it all together. Family Squares is brought to us by director Stephanie Lang and stars Margot Martindale, Henry Winkler, and Sam Richardson. A family matriarch wants to reunite her family before she passes. Man, IMDb is really sucking on the synopsises lately. So Family Squares is a movie about an extremely dysfunctional family who the matriarch is about to pass away. And this is in the middle of the real-world pandemic, so not everybody can come to get together, so they do it all virtually through Zoom. But Grandma ain't gonna let shit go down quite that easy. She wants to bring the family back together. And her plan is to put all the dirty laundry out there for all to see to bring everybody back together. So she records a few cryptic videos after her passing, putting a lot of the family on blast. Borrowed money, siblings who might not be siblings, a possible family fortune, and a whole lot more. Now, a great deal of this movie takes place over Zoom. Not all of it, but a whole lot of it. And one of the main contributors to that fact would be that this movie was made during the lockdown. So not only does the movie take place over Zoom and during the lockdown, but it was actually made that way because of the lockdown. Now, this isn't the first movie that has this kind of technical setup where it's all done through video conferencing and stuff like that. You've got things like Searching and Unfriended and really just the entire found footage genre. So going into this thing, I admittedly wasn't too terribly excited about it. Really the only reasons that I watched this movie was because I run a movie review YouTube channel and it has a stacked cast. These types of movies are difficult to pull off at best, and in many cases they do not succeed. But much to my surprise, I gotta say that Family Squares was a good fucking movie. Holy shit, I really like this movie. At its heart, it's a comedy, but it has some of the most realistic depictions of family bullshit that I've ever seen on film. Or Zoom. The shit that this family argues and bickers about nonstop is really gonna hit home for a lot of people. While I can't say that I've been met with every single situation that pops off in this movie, I can say that every single character in the movie, throughout it, while I was watching it, I would say, yeah, that's so-and-so. That one over there, that's this person. Oh, him, he's my uncle. This one, hey honey, that's your dad. There are some very relatable characters in this film, if not so much personally, than people that I know out in the world. I never thought a movie that was essentially about a family trying to figure out the funeral arrangements for their mother/grandmother would be anywhere near this interesting. Not to mention funny. Holy shit, this movie is funny as hell. And I don't mean just kind of like, oh, it's enjoyably funny, and I smiled here or there. No, there were multiple times throughout this movie that I laughed out loud and laughed my ass off. I can't imagine anybody not being able to, in some way or another, relate to this family. I mean, yeah, they are dysfunctional as all get out. You know, that maybe that's just me, but I think that everybody else out there is going to find something in this family to relate to. And that brings us to one of the things that this movie does so well. While it is a comedy and it is telling a story, everyone in it, every situation in it, while at times a bit high concept, it always seemed so genuine and real. And a lot of that is due to the fantastic performances we got from everybody on screen. The fact that director Stephanie Lang was able to get such wonderful performances from her entire cast through fucking Zoom is amazing. Margot Martindale, Cassie Wilson, and Henry Winkler probably will stand out a little bit more than everybody else, but that doesn't mean they're better. That just means their characters had a little bit more of a central role to the story. Everybody here did a wonderful job. Like really, there are no slackers on board here. Each performance was genuine, funny, and at times heartwarming. This is a comedy for the most part, but there are some genuine heartwarming moments, especially closer to the end of the film, that might get you to welling up a bit. Watching this family for an hour and a half just break apart and then come back together in such a heartwarming way truly was a joy from beginning to end. Guys, Family Squares was a great movie that exceeded my expectations on pretty much every level. It had a very well thought out, interesting, great paced story that kept you invested all the way to the end. Great characters, wonderful performances, and was just a fantastic film overall. It is probably just a one-time watch, but that one watch is gonna be a fantastic watch and absolutely worth a rent.
All he wanted was, hey, this.
I have to return some videotape.
I went into this thing not expecting much, but what I got was a damn good time that I recommend everybody checking out. So there it is, guys, my review of Family Squares. If you enjoyed and want more content like this, hit that subscribe button and help my little channel grow. If you want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon in the description below and become a jarhead and get some of the awesome benefits to go along with that, like these guys, and possibly check out my top tier and become a bad motherfucker like my man Greg C and Dragon Khan. If you like video games or you like to watch someone play them badly, then check out my new gaming channel, Jag. Link in the description. Any support is appreciated. If you liked what I had to say, give me a like. If not, let me know in the comments below why. And as always, stay sexy, Hartford.
You've all been acting like jackasses and keeping so many secrets. One of you is not a sibling.
Lots of kids look different than their parents. Yes, they're called adopted.
Thankfully, none of my family passed away during the lockdown, because if they had, I'm pretty sure it would have gone down something like this movie. Except for that whole heartwarming part in the end. Yeah, that wouldn't have happened. Still love you guys, though.